All right, and welcome. Hello. This is the very first episode of Mad Yarns, coming to you live on the 28th of December, Saturday, from an undisclosed location in my car. We're doing this. It's the first one. I've been a guest on a couple podcasts before. I've trialed one we're doing with a friend, with a co-host. I've never done one solo though before, so we're gonna learn together. We're gonna reflect. It's interesting. We're in that weird lull period right now. It's between Christmas, New Year's. Anyone listening here, I hope you had a good Christmas with your family, your loved ones, or holidays, or whatever you celebrate. I'm not like one of those assholes that's like, Christmas, like, I don't really care. I'm getting to that age now where I don't really care about holidays anymore. I don't really have kids. I think it's unless you're a kid, or you have kids, or you're a woman, that's when you only really care about holidays. Like, as a 20 guy in his mid-20s, I really don't give a shit about Easter. I don't need to eat that chocolate. It is not good for me. I've eaten too much chocolate and have put on 3 kilos in this Christmas period already. I'm not looking to April, March next year. It's not going to be good for me. It's going to be bad. It's rough. Like, it would be kind of weird if a single middle-aged, like mid-20s, middle-aged man has no children, like no kids. Pardon me here, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. But if they were really into Easter and hiding Easter eggs for kids, that would be quite the concerning situation. Like, I wouldn't want that guy near my kids at all. That guy's a fucking weirdo, and you can keep him away from me and my family and my kids if I have any. Other holidays, you only really celebrate Valentine's Day if you have a partner, because it's all mass consumerism to force you to buy a gift. I don't really believe in Valentine's Day. You should show that appreciation for that special person in your life every year, like every day of the year, all year round. I've got an interesting relative, Nana. She would love to celebrate Valentine's Day for her grandsons. It was a bit weird. She would give us chocolate. It was weird. I remember in high school, there was this is so embarrassing. My crush at the time, it was so fucking evil, dude. High schools are the worst. That's why most people in this world are fucked up. They're just going around carrying trauma you're just putting the most evil people in the world in one confined group to spend time with each other, to be babysat by people that really don't give a fuck. 10% of the teachers actually care. But my high school, for Valentine's Day, they used to do this thing where you could buy a rose and then give it to someone as a secret admirer. You can imagine how that's going already. Every hot chick in every year, 1 million roses. They walk out there, they can't carry the roses out of the school with how many they have. There's too many roses for them. Everyone else, all the ugly fucks, all the ugly ducklings, we get none. We want to fucking end our lives. We want to kill ourselves. That's great. This is the education system before Are You OK Day. This is before bullying and bullying was banned and pronouns were brought in. This is that. But it's okay because it led us on the social hierarchy. It let us know that you're ugly. It let you know that you had something to work towards. Where these people, they may be beautiful and amazing and good looking, but on the inside they may be quite shallow because it all goes to their ego and just validates their ego. But what I tried to do on Valentine's Day for my crush, because I was 13, I didn't have a job, we didn't have heaps of money. My parents, at the front of the house, they had a change bucket. Quite often my parents would go, Caleb, walk down to the fish and chip shop, grab like $10 of change in silver coins. I would go down there jingling like a fucking herd of cows, or someone singing jingle bells, I don't know. But I'd walk down there and go get $10 worth of chips and a couple of potato cakes and dimmies, and that would feed my family for the night. I thought I could go into the change bucket, steal a couple bucks, and give a rose to my crush that I had at the time in year 7. And what was humiliating is my parents caught on to what I was doing before I was doing it, and then I had to fess up and tell them, I was like, I want to buy a flower for the girl I have a crush on in my year level. And then my parents were like, that's fucking dumb. You stole from us, and we're not letting you do it. So yeah, at least, like, yeah, ruined that. I don't think the rose thing was around for much longer after that, to be honest. I remember maybe year 8. I don't think it was there for year 9. Yeah, because I think that's when they outlawed it, going like, yeah, low-key, this is fucked. And they probably caught a lot of the teachers sending roses to the female students they thought were hot. That high school, there was a teacher that got fired for sleeping with the students. So, wouldn't surprise me. Like, honestly. But yeah, it's been crazy year. We're in that weird time between New Year's, kind of Christmas and New Year's, waiting for the new year to begin. Upon reflection, it's been a pretty crazy year, up and down. You never know what the future holds. I hate to be one of those people that gloat. A few people around me, they've had bad years. They've had relationships end. They've lost loved ones. Not me, though. I've had a fucking awesome year for the first time in a long time. Past couple of years, some of the hardest in my life. I've come back. It's all right. Been doing stand-up. It's been great. I have found a job that I absolutely love. Made a lot of great friendships. Enriched in some old friends, or like, what's the word? Like, had some other friends, like, grew with them, became closer. It was great. And it's been really good so far. I've learnt heaps. I've gained so much more skills. I've gained much more confidence within myself. And I've learnt so many lessons. It's been wonderful. Oh, I thought the Dr. Pepper was going to go again. Apologies about that. But one of the things I've learnt this year, because I can be quite stubborn, I can be quite full on sometimes, and I'll want to make things happen before it's ready. And I have that energy. Once I've got my eye set on something, I will not let go until it's mine. I will run through fucking brick walls. I will knock myself out before I get there. And with doing stand-up, I've seen firsthand and how with not allowing things to happen naturally with its natural time, you can actually hurt and hinder yourself. That's why it's important to be patient and still grow, and good things will come with time. Things will fall into place. That's why you have to be patient and keep doing it and doing the right practices as you go. Still keep a good mindset about yourself. Just fucking had an aneurysm there. Apologies about that. But keep your wits about you. Keep pushing forward. You can do it. And it'll fall into place. Like, the job I'm in now, I'm managing a tattoo shop. It's great. I was manifesting and thinking to myself quite often, and I know it sounds just fucking wanky and shit, and I was thinking to myself, it would be fucking mad. If I won the lottery, I would love to run a tattoo shop. And it's fucking sick. I see cool people every day. I see mad artwork getting done every day, and I'm surrounded by artists who, they inspire me, and I think for some of them, I inspire them. Because it's very similar within this artistic frame, the work that you do. It's, yeah, because you got to put it in yourself, you got to promote yourself. So many different hats you have to wear. It's, yeah, I've accomplished a few goals as well. Gotten better at stand-up. Much better with my stage presence, my confidence. Sitting in there, not getting them on the first line, but sitting there and going like, I'm gonna fucking get you motherfuckers. You might not have liked that one, or you didn't get the first one, or you didn't get me yet. But you will. I'll have you in the fucking palms of my hand in a fucking second. Just sitting there being able to have that confidence. I finally got my car and license that I'm sitting in right now. I can drive. That's been fucking wonderful. Been able to do a lot more. And I got on rooms that I never thought I'd be able to get onto. And that's with the allowing it naturally to happen over time. That's with that part. But yeah, and on to next year. Next year, start of the year, first thing, I'm going to Sydney for the first time. doing stand-up interstate for the first time. It's pretty cool. It's exciting. See how those fucking Sydney slickers, how they like my comedy, if it holds up. They still enjoy it. However they find it. I think they'll like it. I think it'll be good. But yeah, it's really exciting, man. I'm so fucking excited for the next year. I've got my solo show coming out in the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. And yeah, I'm doing 10 nights. I'll have more news about that. If you'd like to check out more or have a look out for when I am performing near you or anything like that, follow me on Instagram at Kaileb Hyland. KAILEBHYLAND. And that's when we can, yeah, you'll see me on there. And and there'll be plenty more shows. I've got some other stuff coming up in the future. And yeah, it's going to be a great year doing this for the first time solo. I've never done anything like this before. My phone is ringing right now, so that is probably, I'm recording on my phone, so that is that sound passing out of the data going that you're probably listening to right now. But yeah, life's good right now. And for those, I know I feel a bit uncomfortable because I feel like I was quite gloaty there, shoving it in your face, going like, yeah, everything's fucking awesome. Everything's fucking awesome, mate. Yeah, fuck yeah. I do feel bad. That was a bit uncomfortable for me. I'm not a fan of that. I was just sitting there, like, had a voice in the back of my head going, you're a shit cunt, you're a shit cunt, you're a shit cunt. Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. But I just want those people to know that if you are having a rough time or struggling, that there is a corner. There is a curve. There's something around there that you will find. You need just focus, just hang in there. It will get better. Sometimes it's shit. Sometimes the storm might be there for a while. But it'll come around the corner. It'll come round for you. It always does. It's highs and lows. It's everything. You'll get through it. You'll see the other side of it. And stay here. Don't do anything to remove yourself. Because you'll be able to get there and prove those people wrong. And sit there and go like, yeah, look, motherfuckers, I made it. I'm here. So yeah, it's this year as well, the NBA viewership is down 23%. 23%. That is wild. I think the viewership is down because they're taking too many three-pointers. It's gone up to like they're shooting 35 three-pointers a game, where as opposed to 20 a few years ago or something. You tune into a game now and it looks like D-grade basketball. Looks like a D-grade basketball of middle-aged dads that can't be fucked going into the paint, going in for a layup. So just hock up a whole bunch of threes. That is thanks to the all-time leading scorer, Stephen Curry, the most three-pointers ever shot. Not everyone can be Stephen Curry. Not everyone can be Michael Jordan. Not everyone can be LeBron. They've got to get back in the paint. Got to start shooting mid-range jumpers. Like, a lot of the shots, I don't know why the fuck the coaches, I reckon cap it at about 25 three-pointers a game. Because a lot of the shots the guys are shooting are fucking terrible three-pointers. They're not even open. They got a guy right in front of their face and it'll fucking miss terribly. And you've got power forwards doing this. You've got centers doing this. This is absolutely fucking wild. That would be like in footy if you had a halfback or someone in the back line trying to fucking torp a goal from like the middle of the field, from the centre bounce. Just trying to fucking torp one there and doing that 35 times in a match. Or like 40 or 50. Like, yeah, that's going to work out real good, isn't it? No, it's not. Because you're going to have the fucking... The other team's fullbacks or backline just fucking mark the ball and go, what are you doing, dickhead? It's not good. It's not exciting. It's lazy sport. They got to get in there and start fucking moving around and shit. It's not fun. We are back. just had a phone call in the middle of that, so that was why my phone was mucking up. If you would like to talk to me or send me an email or a message, you can message me on Instagram at Kaileb, Kaileb. Apologies about the spelling there. My mum is a dyslexic hippie. That is Kaileb Hyland, or Kaileb Hyland at proton.me. Send me an email. Give the heading Mad Yarns if you want to message me something to discuss on the podcast that you would like me to shed light or would like my opinion on. Yeah, this is a new venture for me. I haven't done anything like this before. What I'm hoping for future episodes and the channel and things for the future is for it to be a comedy show, to have fun, interview cool people, to have mad chats and good yarns. That's why it's named that, Mad Yarns. You can have a look at the artwork that I have for this on the it's kind of inspired by my urban, that's the wrong word, that sounds like it's about to be racist. How would you like to describe the people that robbed you? They were urban. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because I love art, I love graffiti stuff. I've never really done it because I've been too much of a pussy. But I also love punk. That's where the lettering came from. So that's kind of like a lot of stuff that is at my core, I would say. From growing up listening to punk music, metal, rock, old school hip hop. It's very much be yourself, be unapologetically you, have fun, piss people off, go along, do it that way. In some senses, with a lot of modern and new punk music, they have kind of pussied out a bit. Like, they're going on like, oh, you fucking pronouns on this. Be like, who gives a fuck, man? Stop worrying about that shit. Just like take on the government. That's what punk music is all about. Take on the government and corporate group. So we're living in a weird fucking time. Like, it's not like, I don't know if I saw it, like I didn't see it earlier because I was a kid and I wasn't aware about it, but I feel like each day we're getting closer and closer to that black, dark city in Blade Runner. In the first one, where it just opens up and then zooms in, you see the blinking red lights, just with the electronic billboards, everyone's sucking down vapes, and just ads, sell, consumerism, ad for this, ad for that, ad for this, ad for that. It is absolutely fucking nuts. You can't get away from it. It's fucking everywhere. And just so much, like, everything's so fucking expensive. Everyone's getting fucked over. Like, they've kind of, I can't help but feel that they really have erased the middle class. It is just the lower class and the upper class. So it's just the haves and have-nots. What I'm saying could be totally fucking uneducated and bullshit, and you might not agree with this. But everything you do now, no matter what it is, if you're going to a comedy show, you're going out to the pub with mates, you're going to a concert, there's always the add-on fee. There's always the surcharge. Everyone has to get their fucking cut. So rather than just charging the venue for an FPOS fee and saying, we're going to charge you X amount to have our machines in store, we're going to put that charge on the user. So every time they use their card, they're going to get charged X amount percent. That's going to come from the consumer, just for making it easier rather than them using cash. And barely anywhere has cash anymore. Or when you go to the movies, or you'll order a concert ticket or something like that, there's always the add-on, $3, $5 here, booking fee, admin fee, and it doesn't go to the fucking artist or the workers or the people working at the venue. It just goes to the fucking corporate officers' wallets. Goes to the CEO's bottom line. And just so he can have a few fucking digits on the screen, just go, then it just adds up. And he's like, oh, we got 10% from Victoria and 12 from New South Wales extra this year. Oh, wonderful. Just from that add-on fee. Fucking eat a dick. That's why whenever I am a notorious bargain hunter, I am the Jewiest non-Jew you will ever fucking meet. I have recently found out that my family's Polish, so chances are, bit of a Jew. Uh, so whenever I go to the cinema, this is my life hack. All right, guys. Anytime I go to a sporting event or anything like that, anytime I'm buying a ticket for any of these events, do this. I just buy a concession ticket. They never check. I've only had one person ever check. I've gone to the rugby for like $8 because I bought a concession ticket. I go to the movies. They charge a normal adult ticket $30, $32. Concession, $22, $24, depending on the movie or what screen it's at. Why the fuck are we paying the extra $8? Just because someone's on Centrelink or they have a disability. Fuck that. I always go concession. They never fucking check. Always do that. Always buy concession. It is so fucking bullshit. It drives me fucking nuts. They don't do it for concerts, unfortunately. It's just your general fee to get in, blah, blah, blah. But it's how you save money. You get a bit extra money in your back pocket. That's what you do. The one time that someone checked, I was at Rosebud. That's where I used to live. Went to high school there with some friends. I think it was just after high school. Me and my friends were trying to save a bit of coin. Bought a ticket to a movie. I can't even remember. It was probably Justice League 17 or Justice League number 7. I don't know, some superhero bullshit. But I bought a ticket under the guy's student, saying I was a student to get in. And there was this old woman, old hag, just one of those, you could tell she was hungry for power. She just frothed. She just, like the Emperor in Star Wars, just her being able to check and deny and tell people to like fuck off or just check in tickets and shit like that. And just overcharging, going, no, the combo packet's actually $23. I don't know why I made her British, but she was sitting there like with that power, just like Emperor Palpatine being assistant manager, just unlimited power. That was her, just sitting there, just, she checked it and she's like, oh, show me your student ID card. And it was from the previous year and said like, it was in 2017, so it said 2016, the year before, year 12 student. She's like, oh, that's expired. You're going to have to buy a new ticket. We're sitting there going like, bruh, I already bought this ticket for like $15. It's not even, that was 8 years ago. And then the student tickets were $15. Now it'd be like 22 because the inflation in that short amount of time has fucking gone up so much. It's fucking what? Drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. Don't get me started on the fucking combo meals and shit. Do you go to the cinema, you got to sell a kidney just to get through. Like, you buy one beer at the cinema at Hoyt's because they're trying to be all trendy and cool and let you have beers. Oh, yeah, bro, we'll let you have a beer or let you have bourbon. Oh. It's like $14, $15 for one Corona. Buy two of them, mate. You could have bought a 6-pack and just had it at home. And then everyone's like, oh, the cinema industry is dying. It's going down. Just make everything fucking cheaper, cunt. It's not that hard. Just make it cheaper and people go out and spend money. I remember like when I was a kid and the economy was good because Lord Emperor Kevin Rudd was in power. And we had the mining boom and it was fucking sick. My parents could afford to take me, my little brother, and both of them to the movies. We'd go like watch like fucking Grown Ups or something, get a few snacks and shit, and it was fucking mad. It's fucking unreal. Now to do that, that would have cost probably about $100 to take 2 adults, 2 kids, and then some snacks and stuff. Now that would be easy $150, $200. How the fuck in 12 to 14 years does that double? That should at least be like, my maths isn't on point here, but should at least like risen 25%, not 50. Shouldn't have, or 100%. I don't fucking know. I don't know my maths, man. I don't do numbers, bro. Like I'm okay at numbers, but I'm not great. That's why I only fuck threes. No. Yeah, it's wild, man. Those middle managers though, dude. What they say is true. Like in high school, if you act like a dead shit and be a dead shit and don't go to uni or do anything like that, you will work a dead shit job. You will just work at Macca's and be a manager there. When I was a teenager, there was people that worked at Macca's and they're still there. They haven't moved on. They're working dead shit jobs. Or there's people that are working in retail or hospo. Like, they're the two worst industries to work in, I think. Like, it's fucking wild. Like, at least working in a trade, you might be working with dumb cunt dead shits, but at least you'll be getting paid more money for it. Retail and hospo, some of the worst managers, some of the dumbest people I've ever worked with are in those professions. And everyone's wondering, why can't we get enough retail staff? Why can't we get enough hospitality staff? It's because you treat them like shit. You run them around in fucking circles. You underpay them. You overwork them. You treat them like shit. You make them feel like they're below you. You play fucking games with them. And all the managers, all the power goes to their fucking head. And they think they're king dick. They can do whatever they want. Come in, do whatever they want. And fucking... I used to have a boss who became really close friends with one of the managers. So he was the head honcho store manager. And then she was like 2IC or whatever. They would fuck off in the middle of the day while we were working, selling, keeping the business afloat. They would fuck off and then go buy shoes, go to Platypus or JD Sports or whatever, come back with a whole new fit and kit and everything. And go like, oh yeah, look what we got, guys. But then if I asked for like a couple of days off to move fucking house or something, look, no, can't have those days off. And I'm sitting there going like, you fucking retarded cunt? Yeah, it's these reasons. Like, I used to work hospitality and have to, like, I get it. I feel sorry for these people. Whenever I'm there, I try and be the nicest I can be. This is me speaking from my experience. It might be different to you listening while you're working or you're at home or fucking having a wank, taking a shit. I don't know what you're doing. But I can only speak from my personal experience. I always try and be as nice as possible to retail workers or to hospo workers, because I've done those jobs. I've done the hard yards. I know how fucking shit it is. I used to ride my motorbike home from work doing 14, 16-hour shifts and almost falling asleep on my motorbike because I was so fucking exhausted. Because I would have dickhead managers that didn't know how to close and would do dumb shit and wouldn't let us do shit early so we could get out on time. Fun fact, that business a couple years ago had to pay me back a whole heap of money from their overtime. Because they're fucking idiots and they just don't know how to run shit. They just treat people like shit and disrespect them. And then, like, when I'm out at a bar and stuff, I know I can get drunk. I'm one of those people that drink to the point where it becomes a problem. That's why I always have to be easy on the drinks. I can't go too hardcore because I just get to my fucking level. So these people, like, you'd have to deal with drunk dickheads all the time, and that's on the front of house. Then you go to the back house, and then you have to deal with the fuckwit fucking managers, and they just treat you like shit, tell you to do dumb shit, and just for no fucking reason, makes no sense. Like, I had one manager, I worked in a retail store, was on skeleton crew in COVID, and in this time, because he just wanted to make us work, because he was paying our wage through the JobKeeper thing. And so he's getting money for the government that was getting paid to us to keep, like, the store working. He would just come in and get us rearranged the shop floor every 3 weeks until he reopened. We were in lockdown for 6 fucking months. I had a mental breakdown when we reopened. And because he asked me to do 3 12-hour days to work in this electronics store. Now, no one was going to go to this electronics store after being open for 6 months. Only the severe mentally ill. Because the severe mentally ill is sitting at home just rocking, going, I need a new LG washing machine. I need a new LG washing machine. They're the only cunts that are going to come out. Everyone else wants to go to the pub, see their family. That's what everyone else wants to do. And that's what I wanted to do. I was happy to work one day, but he couldn't have it. So, because he's a fucking dumb cunt. But yeah, that's when I learned to stand up for myself. And that's what a lot of working in hospo and retail is. You got to stand up for yourself, take no bullshit, and move on, because life is much more important. Because if I didn't do that, I would have been weak and stuck there and feeling like shit and being less of a person, not the person I am now. Because between then and now, recovering from that mental breakdown and coming back, I have come back far stronger, far smarter. I've learnt a lot more about myself. I'm much more aware. I've come out of the fog and the darkness, and I'm who I'm supposed to be, which is very exciting. And that's why I am very excited for the new year. And yeah, I'm really fucking excited. I don't know. I've got a few goals in mind. If you're listening and reflecting, this is a bit of a reflect pod. I hope you can sit there and reflect and think of what your goals will be for the new year. Think of what you're wanting, thinking of what you want to do, and then go out and do it. There was so many times. I remember I was in grade 1. I was 7 years old. I used to sit there and they would make us write our goals out. And I used to scrunch it up and throw it in the bin. Because kind of low-key, dumb to ask a 7-year-old what his goals are. All I wanted to do was eat more sugar and play with my friends. And video games. That's all I fucking wanted to do. Crush some nerds, the lollies, some killer pythons, play Star Wars Battlefront, and then just have lightsaber fights at lunchtime. That's all I gave a fuck about. So low-key, kind of dumb asking a 7-year-old. But for ages, I always felt awkward about my goals. I didn't know how to go about them. I didn't know what to do, how to approach it. And you just got to start small. And for me, it was doing open mic comedy. From there, doing my first ever open mic, doing my first gig. And from there, I became addicted to it. I loved it. The feeling, the community, they embraced me. They took me in. Not everyone. You don't get along with anyone, like everyone, all at the same time. It's kind of like family. They shit you up the wall sometimes. But that's okay. That's any industry. That's anything. You just got to put up with some people with boundaries in place so they can't hurt you. And you just sit there and deal with it. Whereas, you got to start small and approach it from there. And you can do it. You can really, anything you want, you put your mind to it, and it will happen. Things will start falling in place. And it is amazing at how these things can happen. And that's why, for the first time in a long time, I'm actually really excited for the new year. I'm excited for what the new year holds. Quite often in these periods, in the between, I'll just laze at home, not know what I'm doing, just feel kind of depressed, bit lost, bit ambiguous, not knowing what's going on, what the future holds. But I'm really glad because I've got an awesome job, got an awesome next year planned, and I'm really looking forward to the future and what the future holds. But yeah. So I might keep this one short because I'm still figuring out how to do this whole podcast thing and ramble on by my own. So I've never done anything like this before. It's about at the half an hour mark, I'd say, maybe about like 32, 33 minutes-ish. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not sure how this will sound, how it'll come out, if anyone will ever even hear this. But yeah, if you'd like to write in, let me know. Let me hear about it. Let me know if you enjoyed my rants. I'd like to hear more from you guys, and I hope you have a good year. I'll be releasing this maybe once or twice a week. I don't know at this stage. I'll be having guests on in the future. I will update you on what's going on in my trip in Sydney. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good 2025. Low key, it is scary that we're already there. It feels like we are in Blade Runner. But it's okay. We'll make it through. It'll be okay. We'll get there. And I hope you guys have a good year. Thank you very much. And goodbye. This has been the first ever Mad Yarns podcast. Kaileb Hyland signing out.